So welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I've got a different type of video, not a football video in any sort, a completely different video. This is going to be my first top 10 video, and I don't know whether I'm going to do more of these videos, but I'm still relatively new to the YouTube scheme. Some of you are commenting on my videos, which I deeply appreciate, and I feel like this video today will let all of us know, know a little bit more about myself, know a little bit more about my YouTube stream or my YouTube watch. So I'm going to go through my top 10 favourite YouTubers, or the top 10 YouTubers I like to watch onto my YouTube channel, and rank them using the very trendy tier list system. Keep in mind, all of these YouTubers mean something very, very special to me, and if I rank one YouTuber higher than another one, it doesn't mean that I think they are the better channel. It just means that they do something else for me and I connect with their channel in just a more special way. So before the start of the video, I'm going to tell you the 10 YouTubers that'll be featured in this list, and I've picked YouTubers with a very high branch in terms of subscriber count. You would have heard of a few of these YouTubers, but some you may never have heard of, and I'll be very excited to talk to you guys and explain a little bit about their channel. So in order, I'm going to talk about the Sidemen, James RB10, that Ginger Fella, BenHD, Channel Absolute Zero, Deji, Spencer FC, FBE, Cabana Money 456, and HITC Sport. Those are the 10 YouTubers that I'm going to talk about in this top 10 video. So the first channel I'm going to talk about is the Sidemen channel. Now this is one of the more recent channels to actually happen on YouTube. They started in 2017 before their Sidemen charity match came about, and they thought it was a really good idea to promote their match, which fair play to them, and since then it turned out to be one of the best decisions of their life. Their videos are so refreshing, they're frequent as well. They're not frequent like in weekly, but from every Sunday they always upload on the same time. A good hour-long videos in sort of lengthwise, but really refreshing. I mean, I can name you many favourite videos from that. Love the Silent Tinder, the 10,000 versus $100 location. Those are two key examples of videos that I could watch literally all day and never get bored of them. I also like the Sidemen as people. I remember first watching them back in 2014, 2013 when they did the crossbar challenge. I think I watched KSI's version first, which turned out to be one of his more popular YouTube videos. Then I watched Mini Minter's one, I think, afterwards. I just really respect them. I think they're refreshing. And in terms of their individual channels, all of them are doing okay for themselves, but obviously with varying success. KSI Road to Shore being the two bigger ones, with both reaching over 10 million subscribers. Both of them I actually used to watch quite frequently from their channels, especially Harry, but right now he's not posted anything in months. And I feel like from this Sidemen channel, he has really helped him to actually express himself better, because now we've seen how he has this really comedic guy, but also very dark. And I feel like on his channel he couldn't really do that. With KSI, well, he's always been KSI. He's matured a little bit from his first few videos, but he's still hilarious regardless. And with all of the other members, they've got such great banter between them. It's infectious when they do events together and they have activities. They all have each other's back and they all have banter with each other. It's just a brilliant watch and just a good example of fantastic friendship. In terms of a ranking, I'm going to put them in the boss category. I wouldn't put legendary because they've not really influenced me as a person all that much, but in terms of their content and helping me to grow up through my GCSE and A-level times, the Sidemen channel really was the catalyst to get me through that. So I'd put that channel in the boss category. So from 5.6 million to 13,000 subscribers, we go to James RB10, who I actually know in person. He was actually not only in my school, but in my same form class. When I heard he made a YouTube channel, I thought, are you absolutely mad? But he did, and I love his football related. You know me as a football guy. And some of his videos have been hit or miss, but he has gone viral a couple of times, and he really does not care about what anyone thinks of him, which I really do respect. The first viral video was the YouTuber's Guide to Getting to a Girl. I still watch that video. It's just hilarious because obviously I know James as a person, and he's done a few parody songs, and respect for him for that, because I'm a musician, right, and I would not have the bravery to perform on YouTube. I just don't think I wouldn't trust the platform, but fair play to him. And at a time from about 2017/2018, he was uploading quite frequently, which really surprised me. And then towards the end, nearing 2019, he stopped uploading, and I know why. And from A-levels and from what the school were going through with all of us. But what I would know, if somehow we do have some James RB 10 fans, it'd be insane if we do. He wants to start doing YouTube again. Don't know when, I can't promise you if he is going to start, but I have talked to him about it and he really does want to start. In terms of ranking, I can't rank him too high with him being my friend, and I don't want to be looked at as being biased, but when the videos did come out, they're not in the best of quality if you compare them to guys with 13 or 20 million subscribers. But I'm going to put it in the middle in the fantastic category, because I can always watch his videos with a smile on my face. I'm like, yeah, well done you really set yourself out, and I really respect him. I really do. I'm happy. So the third YouTuber now is actually the smallest channel on this list, is that Ginger fella. Now he is another football YouTube channel, but he does brutal football reports. Now he's previously tried a few videos. He posts on Facebook and on YouTube. He does random comedic gifs of people in group chat and some debates as well. But it was when the brutal football report came out where he really had his break. What he does is that he supports Arsenal, right? And he brutalizes every match game, but he doesn't do Arsenal. He does every single Premier League team, and his content is so unique. It's fresh as well, and like the Sidemen, he uploads once a week. He uploads on a Monday, where most of the matches of the Premier League are done. And while every video I just cry and howl with laughter, he's infectious in that camera. He really makes it look very easy as well. I know he uses iMovie, because on my first YouTube video, my Frank Lampard video, I noticed that some of these effects are from iMovie, and to be honest, with the rest of the YouTube videos, I couldn't use iMovie. I found iMovie quite difficult to make a YouTube video, but the fact he's still using it, and he uses it to such a brilliant effect, I can only say fair play to him. Every week, he probably wouldn't appreciate me being a Chelsea fan, but I always have to say one for fellas, because he's just a nice footballing guy that just wants to see Arsenal do well and to have a drink around on a football day. In terms of a ranking, the thing is, he's not in the fantastic category. He's not really had much of a break as yet, but he's got potential. So I'm going to put him down at great, because for me personally, he is a great channel. Some of my friends talk about him quite a fair bit. He's well respected in our friendship group. And then we go to BenHD. He's another footballing channel, but wow, okay. So I first came across BenHD, I think from his championship predictions, or maybe his Premier League predictions. It was one of those videos, I think it was 2017-18 that I first saw his videos, because I decided that, I think from Spencer SC, which I'm going to talk about later on, he kind of inspired me to do some Premier League predictions, and I thought, why not? I'll do that, but I'll also do the championship, because in that season, the teams going up were Huddersfield and Brighton, and I've never heard of any of those teams, and I got so intrigued how they managed to get up from the championship. I thought, why not? Let's learn a little bit more about the championship and find how the new Premier League teams from the next season get up. And I have not regretted doing that ever since. The championship, arguably more entertaining, more matches. They've got 24 teams rather than 20 teams. They've got frequent Tuesday, Wednesday night matches, which are just the best. and BenHD has really helped me to appreciate the championship a lot more. He is a Preston North End supporter. I wouldn't know the background why he supports Preston North End, but he goes to every game, and fair play to him. I've never been to a football game. The only football game you could probably say I've been to is to Colchester, where they played against Chesterfield in a FA Cup game, I think a couple of years ago, and we lost. So that's been the only football game I've ever been to, and he's a season ticket holder. You know that you got a patriotic bang on your channel. He's a frequent uploader as well. He uploads on Mondays and Fridays doing his review and predictions. He does that every single week, and if you know me by now, I love prediction videos, and the fact he does them on a weekly basis, I just have full respect for him. There are other YouTubers that do the same thing, like Stump Peg and Foggen, but there's something about BenHD that really appeals to me a little bit more. He has a brilliant knowledge of the championship, knows a lot of stats on all 24 clubs, and knows about a lot of players' strengths and formations and managerial backgrounds. And he is around my age as well. I think he's a bit older. I think he's had a little bit of university. I'm about to start university, which is absolutely scary, but I think he's studying journalism, if I remember right, and I can see him being a brilliant oral journalist. You know, being with journalism, you file reports, you write things down in newspapers, etc. And the way he delivers a report so effortlessly on all of his videos, you know, there's no wonder that that's what he wanted to do. In terms of where to put him, I think legendary, because honestly, I'm going to tell you this. He has really inspired me to start YouTube, and that's me being really open with you guys. I actually DM'd him on Twitter, and he helped me and gave me a few tips in starting YouTube, and since then I've DM'd him a couple of times saying, I featured your channel, I think you absolutely deserve it, you've helped me to start, and the content I do is a little bit similar to what Ben does. I do try and put my kind of own spin to it with my own reporting techniques and my own personal opinion and my perspective on the Premier League, because he's more of a championship channel, but he has really influenced of what I wanted to do in YouTube, and with that alone, I just have to give him a legendary grade. I have to. I can't put him anywhere else, it just wouldn't be fair. He's legendary in my opinion. So now we get to another pretty small channel. Well, if you look at my channel and these channels, they're absolutely humongous, but channel Absolute Zero, he's got 15,000 subscribers, 6,000 less than BenHD. Now with channel Absolute Zero, this is one that is not associated with football at all. If I were to see channel AZ featured anything with football, my mind would just be blown. He is not a footballing channel at all. He's in fact a gaming channel. Now I've come across him at the time when the video game Super Mario Maker was released, and by the time it was like the biggest game, everyone got this craze of making difficult levels, and if you know me, there was a difficult level released by Pangia Panga, his YouTube channel, and he tried it, and this was back in the day, I think in my GCSE days, where I was really into gaming channels before I kind of moved on and matured a bit to football channels. But even then, what channel Absolute Zero did, if you know the concept of Mario Maker, you can send and make your own levels. And what he did, he played my legitimate Super Mario Maker level. He's done 2 videos on it, and he's, you know, rated it, and he starred it, and has recommended other people to play it as well. And because of him, the growth of my 2 courses grew from him. It really made me gassed in year 11. Looking back at it, it's not quite a big deal, but at the time, you know, I DM'd him on Facebook, and he was really nice. Although I've got to feel really sorry for the guy. He's been off YouTube for about 8 months, nearly a year, because he felt so much pressure in trying to play everyone's levels, and he needed a break from it. Eventually he came back, very recently actually, I think a couple of months ago, he came back and he's doing Mario Maker 2 now. He looks so much happier. His videos aren't as popular as a couple of years ago, but he's happier now, which is more important when you're doing YouTube. There's no point of doing YouTube if you're not going to be happy when you're editing and adding the music and making effects, if you're just not going to be enjoying it, or you're going to be satisfied. I really respect the guy, and I think with what he did with playing with my level, I'm going to grade him fantastic. Didn't have too much of an influence on my life, because if he did, I'd still be watching the gaming channels, but I'd grade him fantastic. It was a nice sort of refreshing thing to watch after I had a hard work in GCSE. And another thing, he uploaded really frequently as well, so I've got to give him a fantastic grade. And now we get to the biggest channel so far, Deji, although previously known as Comedy Shorts Gamer. Now, Comedy Shorts Gamer I found pretty soon after I discovered the KSI Crossbar Challenge video. I think the first video I saw Deji featured in KSI's video was the Chubby Bunny Challenge, and I don't know, there's just something about Deji freedom and the fact, you know, he didn't have any boundaries in his video, he didn't care, he just did what he wanted, that really made me grow into him. And for the past 2-3 years from that, I really did grow into his channel. I was watching every video really quickly. One of my best friends is also a Deji fan as well. Although he has had his controversy with KSI recently, they've been in a dispute. I don't want to go into it because honestly we don't need reminding of what happened, and subscribers started going down, diss tracks and all of that rubbish came out, and since then he's changed his channel name, and obviously there was the boxing match with Jake Paul as well. I was so disappointed for him when he lost because he had a brilliant first 2 rounds against him, but I respect his change, but I have to be real, the content now is not as eye-catching as it was a couple of years ago. It's not as engaging, and I understand it's what he wants to do, and I really respect that for him. But as a viewer, it's not something that's going to make me engage with him more, because I associate him more as the gamer and not as the vlogger slash blogger of whatever. So I'm going to give him a good, but obviously that's not a bad grade because he's in my top 10 favourites. For goodness sake, I watch about 20 or 30 YouTubers. So he's in my top 10, and he did mean something to me, like when I went through my GCSE/A levels, but right now in terms of the content and the frequent uploading, it's not been as strong. So unfortunately, I'm going to give him the lowest grade so far. And now to Spencer FC. Spencer FC is a very intriguing one. I first saw Spencer FC, I think, with his Premier League predictions. I don't know how I bumped into them. I actually legitimately cannot remember how I bumped into them. And I think I saw him collab in another video. I can't remember what the video was, but for some reason, almost by accident, I got into Spencer FC's channel. He's another one that does plenty of predictions, which really appealed to me. And what he's done since then is nothing short of sensational. He has managed to develop a football team of his own, which are competing in the 9th tier of English football. That's only 3 tiers below Chelmsford City FC, which is my local team. It's absolutely crazy what he's managed to do. He's also raised a lot for charity as well. So have the Sidemen, to be fair, but Spencer has really been vocal and a brilliant role model, I think, in terms of social media and promoting things on YouTube. He did the 30 games in 30 days challenge for November. He raised a lot of money there as well. And he's a former Chelmsfordian as well. I don't know where in Chelmsford. I think the Dartford area he's from. I'm not saying that for definite. That's what I believe he's from. But I just really respect him. You know, he's a patriotic West Ham supporter as well. And like BenHD, used to be a season ticket holder and go to every West Ham game. I'd really enjoy the vlogs he'd made. Obviously, with now work doing so well with #United, he's got to make that more of a priority now. But I really respect the guy, and I think like BenHD, I'm going to give it legendary. With what he's done and how much of an influence he had on me to make predictions in the first place, which made me found BenHD, I've got to give him a legendary status. So we've got 3 YouTubers left, and now we've got the biggest YouTube channel on this list, FBE known as Fine Bros Entertainment. I can't remember how I bumped into them as well. In fact, no, I do know. I watched KSI reacting to Teens React to KSI, and since then I've been intrigued what else they've reacted to. And what FEE are so good at is getting a lot of different teams, a lot with different varying opinions, but allowing them to react to many different pop culture. And as they grew, they introduced kids react, adults react, elders react, and they are going in the right direction all the time. They're really turning into a global phenomenon, and I'm happy to be there when they were barely hitting over 10 million subs. They've now nearly hit 20 million. They are 19 million at the moment. I'm not enjoying their content as much of late. I think I'm more getting into the football kind of content, as I was just saying, but I still frequently pop on their channel, and I just love the people they've got on it as well. It's just a real shame that you can only audition in, I believe, California, America. I'm gonna give them the great category. I give them the great because I'm not enjoying their videos as much as I used to, but with how much of an influence it had, I'm gonna give them a great channel. And then to Kobanamani 456. He is, I think, the only one, along with James RB10, that have stopped posting YouTube videos, and it's really sad on how he stopped uploading videos. As I was saying back in the days when I used to watch gaming channels, he was the first guy I found, and I was into the Nintendo Wii game Super Mario Galaxy 2. That was the first thing I ever watched him play, and he did over 50 episodes of it, and for him to do that is just insane. So he works insanely hard, and he grew a little bit more. He then got his webcam out in more videos now. There was a little bit of something going on, and the way he was growing up, I don't want to go into it, but he got upset with something. He stopped uploading. People were genuinely really upset. He left just after he peaked 1 million subscribers. He got 1.3 when he left, and it was a real shame, but I did feel like he needed to break. And he's been on a few collab videos quite recently, but I don't think he's ever going to post on this channel. There's some people saying, oh, this might be the return of him, but to be honest, I think he's left his channel for good. With the influence it had on me, it really had a strong influence. He's such a down-to-earth guy. His laugh is infectious, a bit similar to KSI. I think I'm going to put him in the fantastic tier. I think he really has given me so much joy, especially when I was really young. I think I started watching him when I was 12 or 13, like as I was starting to use YouTube a little bit more as an app. But he's been one of the guys that's been really supporting my growth, and I am thankful for him for that. I think the final YouTube channel I need to talk about now is HITC Sport. HITC Sport is a channel that I've been watching more recently. They also do predictions, which is probably how I first found them. But it's like a mixture of Spencer FC and It's That Ginger Fella. It's a fantastic combination. You've got HITC with one of the guy talking about football stuff, but then you've got the Irish guy, which is part of HITC Sport. And just from the Irish guy alone, HITC Sport is just incredible. And as I said, he's like a mixture of It's That Ginger Fella and Spencer FC. It is absolutely incredible. In fact, probably BenHD as well. So if you fuse those three channels together, you'd make HITC Sport, which is insane. He's a very down-to-earth guy, great banter with his heritage and others' heritage and cultures as well. He's got a really good knowledge as well of every single club in the Premier League, Championship, League One, League Two, and he can name football events happening from 10 to 15 years ago with no problem, with such detail as well. He's just got a lot of confidence as well. I just really respect the guy. Every video seems like a new treat every time I watch it. He's just one of those channels that seems to get better the more you see it, and that is really special. And for that, I'm going to give him the boss tier. Really deserves that. He's got 262,000. He needs at least 1 million. He really is incredible in my honest opinion. But there you have it. These are my 10 YouTubers ranked in the tier list. The legendary tier goes to BenHD and Spencer FC. The tier below, the boss tier, goes to the Sidemen and HITC Sport. If the harsh guy were to say he's put in the same tier as Sidemen, he'd probably be kicking himself. Then with the fantastic tier, you've got James RB 10, Channel Absolute 0, and Cubana Manny 456. With the great category, you've got that Ginger Fella and Fine Bros Entertainment. If you were to tell the Ginger Fella, he'd be put in the same category as FBE, but highest subscribed YouTube channel and the lowest subscribed YouTube channel, he'd be kicking themselves as well. And Deji, bless him, he's the only one in the good category, but all 10 of these channels have been put a positive effect on me. It was a different type of video. I felt like this video needed to be done so that more of you can know me a little bit better, and I hope I haven't upset anyone. If I have, well, I can only say sorry. But that will wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. There's my Twitter. If you want to follow it and maybe have a conversation about any of those guys and even follow their Twitter accounts, please do that. I will upload my score predictions for the Championship and Premier League soon. It's been very, very busy, but I'll try my best to deliver them on time. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are legendary if you saw the end of this arguably controversial video. Take care.